Hello and welcome to the Bookbinders Academy. This is the Static GK compilation series. The topic we are going to be discussing today is Indian currency. Now, after demonetization, the Indian currency has gone through a major revamp. And in the last few years, in most of the exams, on an average, at least one question on currency has been asked. So it's important that we brush up on this topic. So without wasting time, let's begin. So in the coming lecture, what we're going to do is we're going to be discussing three basic details which are important that needs to be remembered in case of currency notes. That is color, motif and dimension. Color is basically the color of the note. Motif is the image or the landscape that is etched behind the note, just like this. And dimension is basically the length and the width, the length and the breadth, whichever you prefer. Now let's begin with the rupee 1 note. The color of the rupee 1 note is pink green. The motif or the image is Sagar Samrat. Sagar Samrat, we have the picture here. Now Sagar Samrat is basically an oil exploration rig that is situated right at the coast of Mumbai. And the dimension is 9.7 into 6.3 centimeters. I repeat, it's centimeters. Now, the 1 rupee note is important because this is the only note that is issued by the government of India, and moreover, this particular 1 rupee note that we can observe in the screen, this was issued in the year 2015. You can see the year here. This note was issued in the year 2015 after 22 years. It was reprinted after 22 years, and also this is the only note in India that is signed by the Finance Secretary and not the RBI governor, unlike other notes. And the Finance Secretary today, or the Finance Secretary currently in India, is Ajay Narayan Jha. And I want you to comment below who was the Finance Secretary in the year 2015 when the rupee 1 note was issued. So let's move on. Next is the 5 rupee note. The 5 rupee note's color is green-orange. The motif on it is that of a tractor in a field. Now this is a very general symbol or general motif. It basically symbolizes the farmers of India. Dimension is 63 by 117 millimeters and not centimeters. And the 5 rupee note is issued by the Reserve Bank of India, as you can see here. Right here you can see the Reserve Bank of India written, yes. And it is signed by the RBI governor, and the present RBI governor is Shaktikanta Das. This is the old 10 rupee note. Now we have included all the currency that is currently in circulation. So we've also included the old 10 rupee note because this is still a legal tender even today. The color is orange violet. The motif or the imagery that is etched behind the note is that of an elephant, rhinoceros and tiger. Dimension is 63 by 137 millimeters. And please don't forget the 5 rupee note was 63 by 117 millimeters. Now let's move on to the new 10 rupee note, which belongs to the new Mahatma Gandhi series. The color of the note is chocolate brown. The motif is that of Konark Sun Temple. I'll show you the picture. This is the Konark Sun Temple. You can see it's the exact same picture or imagery that has been printed in the back of the note. And this Konark Sun Temple is situated in the state of Odisha. Dimension is 63 by 123 millimeters. Let's just repeat it. The 5 rupee note was 63 by 117 millimeters. The old 10 rupee note was 63 by 137 millimeters. And the new 10 rupee note is 63 by 123 millimeters. And you can also see the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan's logo on this particular note or this particular series. Next is the old 20 rupee note. The old 20 rupee note's color is orange red. Motif or the image that is etched behind the note is that of Mount Harriet. This particular scenery is situated in the Andaman Nicobar Islands. Dimension is 63 by 147 millimeters. Let's just repeat it. Rupee 5 note is 63 by 117 millimeters. The old 10 rupee note is 63 by 137 millimeters. The new 10 rupee note is 63 by 123 millimeters. and the old 20 rupees is 63 by 147 millimeters. I hope you do not confuse them. Next is the 50 rupee note or old, and this belongs to the old Mahatma Gandhi series. Now if you have observed, I have not mentioned color or dimension here. This is because I was unable to find the color and dimension for this particular note. In case you are aware of the color and dimension for the old 50 rupee note, I would want you to put it in the comments down below so that all of us can refer to it. And the motif is of Indian Parliament House, and this is the picture. Let's move on. This is the new 50 rupee note. The color is fluorescent blue. The motif or the imagery is that of Hampi with chariot. Let me just show you the actual image. This is the actual image. It is situated in the state of Karnataka. Dimension is 66 by 135 millimeters. If you have observed here, it is not 63, it is 66. So let's just repeat it so that we don't forget. The first 5 rupee note was 63 by 117 millimeters. The old 10 rupee note was 63 by 137 millimeters. The new 10 rupee note was 63 by 123 millimeters. And the old 20 rupee note was 63 by 147 millimeters. This is the new 50 rupee note. It is 66 by 135 millimeters. Here is the new 100 rupee note, which is the latest addition among all the notes. So this is a little more relevant as compared to other notes. The color is lavender. The motif is that of Rani Ki Vav, and Rani Ki Vav is situated in Gujarat. And this is the actual imagery. If you would see, it is a splitting image of this particular image here on the note. Dimensions is 66 by 142 millimeters. The fluorescent blue new 50 rupee note was 66 by 135 millimeters, and the new 100 rupee note is 66 by 142 millimeters. This is the new 200 rupee note. The color is bright yellow. The motif is that of Sanchi Stupa, and this is the actual imagery. Sanchi Stupa is situated in Madhya Pradesh, and it was created by Ashoka in the 3rd century. Dimension is 66 by 146 millimeters. Now let's just repeat it. The new 50 rupee note was 66 by 135 millimeters. The new 100 rupee note is 66 by 142 millimeters, and the new 200 rupee note is 66 by 146 millimeters. If you have observed, you might have also observed that the new note also has the new rupee sign right here. Let's move on to the 500 rupee note. The color of the 500 rupee note is stone grey. The motif is that of Red Fort, and all of us know that Red Fort is located in New Delhi. This is the actual image. And this was created by during the time of Mughal dynasty, and it was created by architect Ustad Ahmad Lahori. And dimensions, here we have the dimensions 66 by 150 millimeters. Now let's just repeat it. The new 50 rupee note was 66 by 135 millimeters. The new 100 rupee note was 66 by 142 millimeters. The new 200 rupee note was 66 by 146 millimeters, and the new 500 rupee note is 66 by 150 millimeters. Here we have the 2000 rupee note. The color is magenta. The motif is that of Mangalyaan. Now Mangalyaan was a Mars orbiter mission sent by the ISRO, which was launched on 5th November 2013, and it reached the orbit of Mars on about 24th of November. This is how it looks, and it is said that it is the first mission in Asia that succeeded in the first attempt itself. Dimension 66 by 166 millimeters. I think this is one of the easiest to remember because it's just a lot of 66 by 166 millimeters. Now we move on to some extra points to note. These are basically the questions that might arise and are related to this topic and are equally important. So the first point is the Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited, BRBNMPL, is a subsidiary of RBI, which is also responsible for printing currency notes, and it has two presses. One is Salaboni and the other one in Mysore. So kindly remember this. I'll just underline the details that you need to remember. One is the Salaboni and Mysore, the two presses they have, and BRBNNPL. This is the company, this is the subsidiary. So kindly make sure you remember the name. In case a question ever arises, make sure you remember this name. Next is, there are 17 languages that are printed on the currency note, and out of which 2 are Hindi and English, which are the main languages. But other than these main languages, there are 15 other languages that are Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Malayalam, Marathi, Nepali, Oriya, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu. These are the other 15 languages. If you want, you can remember all the languages, and also mainly you need to remember that there are 17 languages, out of which 2 are Hindi and English, and the other are 15 other languages. And these 17 languages are basically the officially recognized languages in India. Let's move on to the next point. Now the symbol of rupee, how it was derived and what is the significance of the rupee, that is what is mentioned in this particular point. So in case you want to remember the details, please go through it. I hope you have gone through the point. Now let's move on. The next point is, the symbol was designed by Udaya Kumar. Make sure you remember this name. He was an associate professor and head of Department of Design at IIT Guwahati, and the design of rupee symbol was approved by Ambika Soni, and this is what he got as a reward for his effort. So you might remember that, but most importantly you need to remember the name Udaya Kumar, the person who designed the rupee symbol. Next, we move on to the next point. The RBI has the authority to issue up to rupees 10,000 notes. So you can issue up to rupees 10,000. That is the limit. So you may remember that. And the next point is, only 1 rupee note are printed by the central government and assigned by the finance secretary. All the other currency notes are printed by RBI. I think this is an information that you've already received. So I don't think I need to give any emphasis to it at present. So let's move on. Now this is a bonus round. This basically is the recent coin launches. Now these coins that are used to commemorate a certain event in history is not a legal tender. It's more like a memorabilia or a collection item. And here we have 2 coins that were launched recently. The first one is the 75 rupee coin that was launched to commemorate the 75th anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose hoisting the tricolour for the first time at Port Blair. So this is the 75 rupee coin. And next one is the 100 rupee coin that is released on 24th of December 2018. The 100 rupee coin is dedicated to former Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So I hope you make sure that you remember both of these coins, because both of these coins were launched recently. And also kindly remember that these are not legal tenders. They're only meant as a collection item or a memorabilia. Okay, so let's move on. So since we've done with the lecture, let's begin our quiz time. So before I start, let me just give you some instructions. Now in a few minutes time, some questions are going to be appearing on the screen. I want you to answer all the questions on your own, and in case you are unable to answer the question, I want you to go back and listen to the lecture one more time and come back. Then answer the questions on your own, and then start the video so that we can discuss answers. So here are your questions. What is the motif on 10 rupee note of New Mahatma Gandhi series? Rani Ki Vav, Humpy with Chariot, Elephant, Rhinoceros and Tiger, Konark Sun Temple. I'll give you 2 seconds to answer the question. Answer the question. Now I hope you're done with answering the question. Now the motif on the 10 rupee note of New Mahatma Gandhi series is none other than Konark Sun Temple. Now let's move on to the next question. What is the color of the new 50 rupees note? The new 50 rupee note, which belongs to the New Mahatma Gandhi series. Let me read out the options for you. Light blue, fluorescent blue, pink, purple. answer the question? I hope you have answered the question. The answer is fluorescent blue. The next question is, what is the height and width of the new 100 rupee note? And the options are 63 by 117 millimeters, 66 by 166 millimeters, 64 by 117 millimeters, and 66 by 142 millimeters. The answer is 66 by 142 millimeters. Next question. What is the motif on 2000 rupee note of the new Mahatma Gandhi series? The options are Rani Ki Vav, Mangalyaan, Chandrayaan, Konark Sun Temple. Answer the question. I hope you have answered the question. And the answer is Mangalyaan. The next question is, what is the color of the new 500 rupee note? Green, fluorescent blue, stone grey, silver. I want you to answer the question. I hope you have done answering the question. The answer is stone grey. The next question has already come, so let me just read it out for you. Who is the designer of the Indian rupee symbol? Udit Narendra, Udaya Kumar, Akash Kumar, Uday Koshi. The answer is Udaya Kumar. Next question. What is the motif on the 100 rupee note of the new Mahatma Gandhi series? Your options are Rani Ki Vav, Mangalyaan, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Konark Sun Temple. Please answer the question. The answer is Rani Ki Vav. Here it is. Next question. What is the color of the new 1 rupee note? Options are pink green, fluorescent blue, stone grey, silver. I hope you have answered. The answer is pink green. Next question. How many languages are present on a note other than Hindi and English? How many languages are present on a note other than Hindi and English? 17, 22, 15, 20. I hope you have answered. Now, there are 17 languages on a note, but if you keep Hindi and English aside, it is 15. So the answer is 15. So that is all for today. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture and it was helpful for you. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Bookbinders Academy. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.